So NerDzzzzz is starting off first. Blank follows soon after. Both of these players are 1.1 million score players. NerDzzzzz on the right side is a hyper tapper, and Blank on the left side is a former hyper tapper who actually made the switch back to Dash. So he went from Dash to hyper tap to Dash because I think he finds Dash more fun. NerDzzzzz with some unfriendly spires, not getting the best RNG, getting a lot of S and Z's right now. He wants a T keys, gets a long bar dependency filled in, and looks like he might be going for the left well. Will he go for the David Vulich well? He's set up now. He gets it. Bang, Tetris for NerDzzzzz. Blank has been playing perfect for 3 Tetrises so far, finally takes a burn. Playing very well right now, building at the left side in that sloping build. And you might recognize his name, B14nk 17. He was at the New England qualifiers, and he made the top 4, I believe. So you may have seen him there at the KWC YouTube channel. Both players in a little bit of a dig situation right now. Blank not getting the friendliest pieces, has to tuck the T. He wanted an O piece, but it came 1 piece too late. Bang Tetris for NerDzzz. Blank digs that very nicely. He's set up for the Tetris now. He just wants the long bar. Not the best parity, wants a T piece. He gets it filled out. And bang Tetris for Blank. Another Tetris. Simul Tetris for both players right now. Blank at 165,000, NerDzzzzz at 107,000. So, good solid paces right now, but Blank's ahead by 60,000, so a few Tetrises. Ding dong, NerDzzzzz slams down another one. Blank, not ready yet, but has a very nice sloping build as always. Neither player is pushing down right now, so their paces will generally be even. As you can see, they're both at the same line count right now. Blank still not getting a long bar and a little bit of a drought right now. Taking some nice burns, and ding dong Tetris for Blank. We just reached the 50 line mark. Blank is at 258,000, NerDzzz is at 184,000 right now. So if you're aiming for a good or like max out pace transition, you generally want to have 200,000 by 50 lines. So NerDzzz is a little bit behind that, but Blank is a little bit above that. You want 100k every 25 lines. So Blank is definitely on pace to get there. Nice S flat from him. Very smart burn right there. NerDzzz not getting a long bar, a little bit of a drought right now. Let's see how he handles it. Blocks the well. Nice pieces and nice hyper tapping. Ding dong, Tetris. Blank with a 3 wide well. Very smart burn with the Z piece there. Looks like he saw ahead of time that he wanted to make an L dependency, and it came the next piece. Very smart from him. NerDzzz slams down a Tetris, brings it up to 280. Still behind though by 50,000 and ahead by 5 lines. Ooh. Blank with unfortunate burn blocks the well as soon as the long bar comes, but it's nothing too serious. NerDzzz with some unfortunate RNG right now. Might be setting up for the dirty Tetris. That takes a safe burns. Wants to burn it down. Does not want to risk anything. Board health over getting Tetrises. Very smart choice by him. And in case you didn't know what this was, this is the Classic Tetris Brawl 900,000 tournament. So players who have a personal best of above 900,000 are eligible to sign up for the tournament, and this is round 1, although it could be later on, as both of these players are very good. However, it was random seeding, so they just happened to face in round 1. Very unlucky. Blank 400,000 at 90 line. So very good pace by him. Getting drought a little bit. Oh, running into a little bit of situation. Needs a long bar now. Ooh, opens the well again. Ooh, barely gets it over to the left side. Gets a long bar at the last moment. Great survival by him. 434 at 100 lines. NerDzzz 379 at 100 lines. So, or 379. Now 4-2. Bringing the pace back very well. Blank tilts in the long bar dependency on the left. He gets a nice O-tuck. We are approaching the transition, so players might be playing a little bit more safe here, not trying to get into a dig situation before the transition. Blank some unfortunate RNG, but is filling it out very nice. And Blank surpasses 500,000, so quite a good transition, but NerDzzzzz has brought back the pace at 475 at 122 lines. Very good from both players. Almost a perfect clear, 1 Mino away for Blank, and he has 2 Tetris away from the transition, if he does not burn. NerDzzzzz getting a little bit high right now. Is 3 lines away from the transition. It transitions for the Tetris 522. Blank singles in the transition 555, but gets a very fortunate long bar right there. Would have been some serious trouble if he didn't get it. So this where we are gonna see hyper tapping taking a place right now, as NerDzzzzz will not have to maintain dash, and he can play a lot higher than Blank can. Oh, a little bit of a miss shot with the long bar. Takes a survival triple, and is doing some panic rotation, but looks like he's gonna get out of this and gets a left while Tetris 587. Blank at 613 right now. Keeping a nice safe and smart double well. Nice. He gets the Tetris 640. NerDzzzzz at 591. So although NerDzzzzz is playing aggressive, Blank still has about a 40,000 point lead, or 1.5 Tetrises at this level. NerDzzzzz is a little bit of a situation right now. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this unless he can do some extensive hyper tapping. He hangs the L piece, and he's going to top out at 596. And Blank, you're good to top out now. Looks like Blank was already on track to top out. Oh, gets the 8 high quick tap though. Very nice. And both players are ready. NerDzzzzz starts first. Blank starts next. Both players still choosing to play level 18, as you know, they can handle these fast speeds. Blank doing some high up digging right now, has burned 4 consecutive lines without getting a Tetris. Ooh, unfortunate RNG needs some pieces. Oh, beautiful burn with the S piece and the O piece, but still not getting the long bar. He needs a flat piece. There he gets it. Ooh, I think that was a quick tap. Very nice from Blank. Takes the triple. No matter what RNG does at him, he will not die, and he gets a Tetris. Meanwhile, NerDzzzzz, unfortunate dependency right now. Needs a J piece, but it's gonna have to settle with the L piece. Very fortunate 2 squares right there, so he can burn it out cleanly. Opens the well, but unfortunately he's not Tetris ready. Still dealing with some tough RNG, but he opens the well, and he wants a long bar, and he gets it. Ding dong. Tetris for NerDzzzzz. 80,000, and Blank at 61,000. Not the greatest pace from either players, but you know, it's really early on in the game, and it's really too early to tell what's gonna happen. NerDzzzzz doing some neck box level burning right now. Might be going for the left well. No. Puts the L right in immediately. Very good discipline from him. Not going for the dirty Tetris. Not going to risk anything. Looks like he still has a hole at the bottom, so even if he clears this out, it's not going to be Tetris. He's going to be taking a triple. Both players are, as we would say, eyelash to eyelash right now. 134 to 138. Both 1 line apart. Blank still not getting the greatest RNG, but nice long bar. That's a Tetris. Wants the LJ dependency to be filled out. Very nice S-burn right there. He did not create a hole at the bottom of his stack. That was a very high IQ from him. But not getting the greatest pieces. Gets 2 O's, so the first O is bad, but the second O helps a little bit. And he's going to be sitting up a delayed burn right now. Gets it filled out. Might be going for the dirty Tetris. No, very good adjustment with the S piece, and gets a Tetris. Meanwhile, NerDzzzzz, with also some unfortunate RNG, is burning it out. Wants a long bar. Wants it now. Let's see what he can do here. Very nice piece placements for him. Oh, still getting some unfortunate RNG. Burns it down though, and he is about to be clean. He might be going for dirty Tetris, or he might just take the triple right now. Looks like he's just gonna. Oh, maybe not. No, he is gonna burn. A little bit of a double well. Puts a long bar in column 2, setting up aggressive right now. And he gets it. Bank Tetris for Nerds. 190 at 75 line. Blank 236 at 74 line. Ooh, a little bit high up right now. Nerd's still doing some high up digging right now. Not the greatest RNG for him. Wants a J piece or a long bar. Is not getting it. Has to put down an L piece. Still not getting the greatest pieces, but he's using that high protecting to his advantage, but he hangs the J piece. I don't think he's going to get anything over. He gets a long bar over. And looks like he might be able to survive this right now. Still not getting the pieces he needs. Oh, he opens up the well. And now he needs a long bar, but he blocks the well just as the long bar comes. RNG does not want to cooperate right now. Still taking some safety burns. High up digging right now. Needs a J piece. Gets a long bar instead. Has another dependency. He gets it filled out. He might be going for the dirty Tetris. Nerds, will he get it? Where is the long bar? Oh, and he blocks the well as soon as the long bar comes. And he needs another long bar. Gets one. Needs a second one. Gets a second one. He's ready. Where's the long bar? He blocks the well as soon as the long bar comes again. And I do not think he's going to be able to get out of this. So absolutely horrendous RNG for Nerds right there. Blank is in a dig right now, but he is still to top out. He's ahead by 140,000 points.
So now we have Blank with a 2-0 lead, and Coffee will join in for the third game and beyond. Alright. Already started out for both players. They're getting their stacks up for their first Tetris of the game. And now we have both players Tetris ready, just waiting on long bars. Blank with the L. Mr. Robbie's going to have to do a couple of burns to settle that.
Oh, very nice burn right there with the L and the J piece, but it's going to have to figure out a way to get the next burn. Very fortunate RNG, though. Clears it out. Nerds gets a Tetris. 46,000. So neither player is playing perfect, but they're playing very well.
Blank with an unfortunate little hole in his stack in the middle right there, but he got a long bar to deal with that. So now he's dealing with a bit of a TGM stack. His center is very high compared to his sides right now, so he's going to try to build out the left with a couple of O pieces, or maybe dealing with a J dependency right there. So he's going to want a long bar now. It's the long bar, and now he is almost Tetris ready, just waiting on an L. Going to do more burns. Meanwhile, Leslie's at 19 lines with 74,000, so he's going to be able to expand on that lead.
Ooh, Blank blocks the well at the top on the left side. Gets a fortunate long bar. Preferably wants a T piece, but he's going to have to settle with a Z. A little bit of a secret grade stack going on right now, but he's spreading it out very nice. Wants a flat piece, and now is waiting for the J piece. Ooh, blocks the well as soon as it comes. Looks like RNG is not letting either player survive, but nice quick tap right there. Very good survival. And ooh, a little bit of situation. He might top out here, and he hangs a long bar, and he dies at 63,000.
No, Leslie's taken one game in the set. He's going to be able to even it out if he takes one more. Both players have started already. They're again stacking for their first Tetris. It looks like Blank might be Tetris ready earlier. Leslie's going to want an O piece ideally there. He's burning a T, taking 2 skims before his first Tetris. Blank starting off the game perfect, 4 lines in with the Tetris. Blank with some awkward dirty right there. He gets a T-piece to deal with it. Now he has a high built out left, and he's ready for multiple Tetrises, so that's going to be good for him if he gets long bars. He gets one, hoping for another right here once he skims this T. Now his parity's looking a little uncomfortable, but he has a T-spin set up after this. Right there, he's going to want to burn that down, gets the L to do so, and now he's going to have to take a couple of burns. Wants a T-piece right here, gets the Z for it, and now wants an L. Meanwhile, Leslie's gotten 3 Tetrises at 18 lines, so his pace isn't perfect either. They're about even on pace. Blank is 1 Tetris behind. And Leslie 3 lines ahead. Leslie with another Tetris. He's 28 lines in with 120,000. Misdrops the T, gets the T to look over that. And another Tetris for him. He's at 143. He's at 33 lines with 108. He is down by 40,000 as the long bar dependency in his stack gets the long bar to do so. Fill it in another. Leslie getting up high. He's going to want a long bar here. Nice conservative J-burn, and he gets a Tetris.
Let's give it a quick pace check. Blank at 135 at 42 lines. Nerds at 193 at 46 lines. So Nerds has a little bit of a lead this game as opposed to the past few games. But Blank is playing aggressive and he's bringing it back.
So, as we can see here, Blank is down about 50,000 points, but he's Tetris ready with a better stack than Nerds right here. Nerds really going to want an O piece right here, now an L or a J, because he put the J in that slot. Nice adjustment on the long bar for the J dependency. And now he's looking with a slightly better stack than Blank, but Blank hits a Tetris, so he's brought the deficit down to 20k. Meanwhile, Leslie hits a Tetris, so now it's back at 40,000. And Blank with another Tetris. He's at 65 lines, 232. Leslie with a Tetris. He's at 267 at 64 lines. We're seeing Tetrises back and forth. I like this.
Neither player doing some major digging besides playing a little bit at the start, but their paces are quite nice right now. Blank 254 at 69 lines. Nerds 291 at 70 lines. Has a little bit of a 3-wide well, but he fills it in with the O piece and the L piece, and he gets a Tetris. A little bit of an unfortunate long bar dependency in the middle of the stack, but he gets it filled in and he's ready for a Tetris.
See Leslie with the small lead that he has. He's been taking double wells, which is ideal if you want to be taking skims going into getting Tetris ready. That will help you keep a safer stack most of the time. He creates a double well right there. And Blank with a very high double well right now. He's going to want a long bar, gets the O piece, and now his stack is looking very good if he can get a couple of long bars here.
Playing very aggressive, but the long bar does not seem to be anywhere near him right now. It's still waiting. He finds it, and he gets it. 332 to Nerds, 386. So both players could potentially max out this game. Not super maxed out pace, but on pace for around a 500k transition right now. Ooh, unfortunate misdrops, but nice spin tuck. Very good from Nerds right now, and he's gonna have to do a lot of burning. Hopefully he can get out of it before the transition.
Yeah, Nerds is directly attacking these holes in his stack right there. So he uses the long bar to lower his stack, but he's been attacking it with the L burn down the right side to bring the middle of his stack down and...
Ooh. This is the adjustment for the dirty Tetris, but looks like he just wants to take a lot of safe burns right now.
Yeah, safe play is what you'd want when you're back to the ropes in this game. He's got to win this one right here, so more dangerous adjustment like that might not be ideal for him.
Both players are a few hundred points away and a same amount of lines. Blank with a little bit of a lead right now, but has a hole at the bottom of his stack. Is putting a lot of weight on it. Might just go for the column or row 2 Tetris. He sets up aggressively, and ding dong, Blank gets it and cleans out the stack right before transition.
Leslie right now. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, Leslie is 2 Tetrises away from the transition. Blank has just managed to transition right here, and he's right now Tetris ready. Leslie still hoping for a long bar. He's at 128 lines, so he can afford 1 burn. Transitions right there. Blank, I believe, has scored 1 Tetris in level 19 and set up for another one. There it is.
Ooh, Nerds takes 2 triples though. I can't tell who's ahead right now because Blank is ahead by a whole level. But, you know, he might want to be setting up aggressive because Blank is raining down these Tetrises right now. Although he is a hyper tapper, so, you know, he has the skill level to play aggressively. He takes another triple. 475 to Blank 529. So lead is not too much, but you know, Blank is setting up for these Tetris, playing very aggressive. Not quite getting the RNG for it though. Is ready for the Tetris right now. Wants a long bar. Getting some okay pieces, but still no long bar, which is what he needs most. He plays very aggressive. He needs a long bar, and he needs it now. Takes a triple. Might not be able to get anything left. It's 6 high though, so he'll be fine. And both players at the top of their boards right now. NerDzzzzz gets the long bar. Blank gets it, but it's gonna be too late for him. Nice pole vaults, but unfortunately he can't get anything to left. Up at 550,000, and NerDzzzzz actually has the lead now and is going to take it.
So that was a really close one. Blank pulled off an incredible no doubt at the end of that game right there, but it wasn't enough, and he couldn't get his left built out, so he topped out right there. Now we have the decider. Has already started off. We're seeing Leslie with the center wheel already. He's burned 2 lines and he has some weird parity. He's gonna need a T for that tuck right there. He gets it and he's burning down, so he's gonna be behind early in this game, but Blank also doesn't have his left built out, so he's gonna have to burn himself. Still is very much ahead though, and if he gets a T piece right here, he can get back into Tetris position. He does so. He's waiting on a J piece, gets a long bar instead, and Blank is back to scoring. Here's Leslie with the Tetris. He's at 38,000, so that must have been his first Tetris of the game. He's at 20 lines, so his pace is not looking too hot. Blank, meanwhile, he has a T dependency, and he's doing burning, but he's very much ahead. 2 long bars right there is gonna resolve that. And he is burning down the center of his stack right here. He's not high enough as to have this hole pose a threat to him, but he is doing burning for sure.
NerDzzzzz at 109,000 right now. Blank at 128,000, so less than a Tetris lead for Blank right now. But NerDzzzzz doing a little bit more burning. Doesn't have to play quite aggressive to catch up, but you know, wants to score more Tetrises than Blank if he wants to win this game. As it is game 5 and a decider, so whoever wins this one will take the set and advance on in the bracket.
We're at pretty much identical lines right here. Leslie hoping for a T piece right there to resolve his parity, gets a T piece, and it's a Tetris. He's at 48 lines. Blank at 46 lines and 20,000 ahead, so now he has a 1 Tetris lead as they trade Tetrises.
Nice adjustment for Blank there to accommodate the J piece using the T piece. If you're gonna make a dependency, you want to make the right dependency, so smart move from him there. Not getting some friendly RNG though. Has a little bit of a double well right now, but closes it back out and is waiting for the long bar. And he gets it and brings it back up to 245 at 59 lines, and NerDzzzzz at 228 at 61 lines. So the 1 Tetris lead is still there, but it is very close right now, and it's too early to tell who will win.
Leslie is waiting on more T pieces. His parity has not been very accommodating this game. Gets a J piece right there, so he's going to be able to clean out his stack, and now it's going to be easier for him to set up for his next Tetris, as he's not depending on a T piece to resolve his stack health, but there's a Tetris for him. So does Blank score Tetris, so 73 lines for each, and Blank is ahead by 20,000, so we've seen a 1 Tetris lead for Blank pretty much this whole game.
Both players stacking very high right now, you know. They know the other player most likely will not tap out early, so they gotta play very aggressive. Still a 1 Tetris gap right now. Both players are pretty much identical in line right now. 327 to 345, both at 85 lines, so pretty good pace right now. Aiming for a 500,000 transition, and Blank wants this T-spin. Will he get it? Gets the T-spin. Very nice move from him. I believe that was a 3-frame window, so, you know, not the easiest to hit.
Now we see Leslie is Starting to make up the deficit by a couple thousand points right there. He gets a Tetris. It looks like Blank's been burning a little bit, so Blank is now one line ahead with a 20,000 point deficit, so not much changing there, but we're still seeing him not increase his lead too much, so Nerd should be able to come back in the post transition if he plays well enough. He's at 104 lines with 400,000. Blank at 430 to 440,000 at 105 lines.
Blank wants a J piece right now. Unfortunate RNG though. Now needs an L piece, but blocks the well. Let's see what he can do here. Some nice flat long bar burns. Ooh, still, the well is blocked, but he opens it up now. Dang, that's a Tetris, but this next long bar will be a triple. He will most likely burn it down because the transition is nearing, but let's see what he does here.
Leslie has the L dependency in his stack and still waiting on it. He's not getting the L. Now he fills it in and he's Tetris ready. Should be able to get 2 Tetrises if he gets the long bars for it. Still waiting on another long bar, but now his stack is 3 high. He wants a T piece to resolve this. No, he's gonna have to score a triple with the next long bar.
Blank transitions at 523,000, so Nerds will be a little bit behind here, especially with a hole in his stack, as he's going to transition with a triple. Needs a J and a L. Has a long bar dependency, but decides to burn it down instead of filling the dependency. Makes it another dependency. Looks like he's gonna have to do a lot of burning here if he could survive it at all. Blank also doing some burning. His left side looking kind of problematic. So you might see a simultaneous stop out. So right now, it's just whoever can't survive will win. And Blank tops out at 558,000. So let's see if Nerds can utilize this hyper tactic right now to get out of this. But needs a flat piece of getting SZ bursted. I don't think he can get anything over to the left side. Sets up a dirty Tetris, but the long bar is nowhere to be seen. And Blank will take game 3 and the match.
So now we see a 3-2 victory from Blank. Good games to both players. That was unfortunate early 19 top outs given the decider, but we did see the game go the length as far as taking it to game 5, and that's going to be it for this one.
And we will see you in the next match of Classic Tetris Brawl, and goodbye everybody.